that's what we're talking about today.
But I think that what you're doing, like opening the conversation and just talking about it. And when I was talking about doing this, I was talking to one of my friends who's not a police officer, but has worked in like in the around the area of law enforcement. Not to give too much information. I'm not sure she would want me to do that. But like I was talking to her about it, and she said, and in like the best hearted way, like for my benefit, she said, I feel like this will be like a waste of your time. She said,
Oh my goodness.
I feel like if you like, unless you're doing it for that one person, it's just not. And like, it is important to me to do it for the one person, but at the same time, like I have a hard time accepting that when like we're talking about something where like PTSD is 5 times more common in law enforcement than civilian population. And when you look at statistics and so forth about mental health and so forth, that I just can't accept that it's a waste of time. I just feel like that's not really, I'm going to do it anyway. So like, but the fact that was what she thought was, that's hard.
Yeah. And that just kind of reinforces what we were talking about. There is that stigma. It's been around for so long. It's kind of like a macho thing, we just don't want to admit our weakness in this profession, more so I think than other professions, for whatever reason, whatever it may be. It could be the culture, it could be 1,000 other reasons. I really don't know, but I agree with you. I think that we do need to talk about these things, and we need to bring these things out in the open, and we need to help officers understand that there's help out there.
Yeah.
Because, the way I look at it, and I could be wrong, I'm not a mental health expert or anything like that, not even close, but the way that I look at it is, at some point in time, if we are suffering with PTSD, we're going to have to reach out eventually.
Well, and it has nothing to do with like how strong someone is, because it's chemistry. Like there's no, like, we don't control our body chemistry, like in a lot of areas, and PTSD and like all of the things when you're like talking about the nervous system and the endocrine system and all of those things, and we're not in control of those chemical reactions. So it's not really even about being strong or weak. It's just about like something that happens that.
Yeah, that's something that we have no control over.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's really like a societal creation is like where the stigma comes from. It has nothing to do with, it's really the same as physical health. It's just society kind of created that. And so, stepping out and finding the help, that's a brave thing to do. Danny sharing his story, that was a really brave.
Yeah, that was really, really brave thing to do for him. And what's powerful to me, what really reached out to me and kind of touched me about that story was he wanted to really, really share his story. And that's why he wanted to do it. He wanted to get his story out there because he wanted to help, fellow officers. And what's really, really cool about that to me is he was willing to, he said several times in the interview, he's broken. I don't think he's broken, because I think he may feel broken, but it takes one heck of a brave person to step out of his comfort zone the way that he did, and to share his story like that, especially after, one, going through what he went through, and then two, having to give up something that he absolutely loved. I can tell you just from the short period of time that I worked with him, 4 or 5 years, he loved his job. And it sounds like he loved his job when he was down in Florida, even 12 years into it down there. So anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just thank you for asking me to talk about PTSD. It's a super important topic to be talking about.
Do me a favor. If you listen to this and it touched you and it helped you to realize that you may be suffering from PTSD, start small. Reach out to someone that you feel like you can trust. Talk to them about it. Maybe they can offer you some help. Get yourself some help because you deserve it. And also, share this episode with people that you think that it may help. Share it with your fellow officers, with your friends. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Michael Simpkins with the Police Instructors Podcast.
That's all for this episode of Police Instructors Podcast. Be sure to visit onlinepoliceinstructors.com to get access to all of our episodes. While you're there, sign up to get notified when new episodes are available and get access to our free video series where we show you what it takes to move your training to the internet. Learn to leverage the power and flexibility of the internet and move your training online in a way that facilitates learning retention here on the Police Instructor Podcast.